All right, I'm live. Already got a like out there. Okay, this is Rant and Randy's Rant, the True Patriots group for October 19th, 2021. And I'll kind of wait around, see if we get anybody out my little blue room out there on chat. Uh, I hope I am coming in clearly. I'm using the mic. It'll only allow for defaulting to the internal mic, but I'm pretty sure it's going through this mic over here. Okay, let's get started. Don't have a whole lot for today, but I can guarantee you I'm a lot more rested than I was yesterday. Seems like last week or so. Uh, I don't know why it is, but I'm able to get around a lot better. All right. Thank you, Nancy, and thank you, Brenda. Uh, you Blue Dot Sisters for being here. Now we can kind of get started at this. Yesterday, or the day before, Donnie was deposed for 4 hours in the Apprentice lawsuit for sexual assault. Uh, and I learned yesterday that in total from another Blue Dot sister, I learned that first that there are 10 civil lawsuits against him at this time. They were held up while he was playing president for 4 years. And that's all he did was play president while he was tearing down our institutions one by one over a 4 year period. Uh, and those cases are now uh, firing up once again because he is the former, whether he wants to accept it or his followers. And Justice Department has asked the Supreme Court to temporarily block the Texas law banning abortion after 6 weeks. I'm just going to kind of touch on the headlines today. Hello, Michael. All right, got a brother in the room. Uh, all right, Michael. It'll be there when you're ready for it. Okay. Uh, Bernie Sanders and Joe Manchin, I won't mention they got into it. Bernie did something that is not usually done by within the Senate, particularly between Democrats and Democrats. Uh, Bernie did an op-ed in a West Virginia newspaper, and it pissed Joe Manchin off, and they were warring over it. Uh, I believe Manchin came back with something about Bernie Sanders being a socialist. But then later on that day, they were photographed together walking to their cars. And Manchin said, uh, no, Bernie said they were working together. And Manchin patted Bernie on the back and said, never give up, Bernie, whatever that means. We'll probably find out what that means later on. But at least they were speaking to each other. Uh, Congresswoman Jayapal met with President and Joe Manchin yesterday. She's optimistic that the government will deliver something transformable to the American people. And as we know, they're still trying to work it all out. All right. Yesterday, of course, General Colin Powell passed away from COVID complications while battling cancer and two varieties of the same cancer and Parkinson's disease, which means his immune system wasn't what it should be. And it was a breakthrough case that got him caused complications, uh, or as it's called, immune compromise, excuse me. Uh, and what did Fox Spews do? Right out of the gate, they're using it against vaccines since he was fully vaccinated. They don't mind that he was immune compromised. They don't pay attention to that. They were making the case to see the vaccines don't work. That's disgusting. First thing you say about a fellow, I mean, after all, they are at Fox News spouting Republican nowadays, and whatever the Republicans do. In fact, that's the way they've always been. But now to take advantage of a death of someone that worked in many administrations on the Republican side, a first for blacks in that party, the positions he held, I think going all the way from George H.W. and on through, but they had to jump in there and take advantage of he's dead. So, uh, see, the vaccines don't work. Yesterday started the murder trial for the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. Uh, and that makes over 603 days since Arbery was killed. And like I said, I'm hitting the headlines today. Standoff by police over vaccine mandates. Uh, this may be that some believe the big lie and leaning toward the right. Even some of them resigning their jobs. They swore to serve and protect. Serve and protect doesn't mean to protect the people they serve from a pandemic, to protect their own families too. And I have to go back to Colin Powell. The tragedy of his uh, tragedy of Colin Powell was he made the mistake under George W. Uh, for reasoning of the Iraq War. Something said something that he said that he regretted. Uh, let's not forget, he also endorsed Barack Obama not once but twice as president. And the biggest thing is, to my Republican friends, he owned up for something he shouldn't have done to back the Iraq War. He owned up to it. He spoke about it many times and how he regretted what he did that furthered that war. All right. On COVID this week, FDI to allow mix and match approach for COVID booster shots. The FDA is planning to receive a different vaccine as a booster uh, than the one that people initially have received. The FDA is expected to authorize boosters of the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines by Wednesday evening. It could allow the mix and match approach by then. By tomorrow, brothers and sisters. Uh, and as I was saying earlier, in announcing on Fox News the death of General Colin Powell, they played to the vaccine mandates on the day the man dies. This is disgraceful, disgusting, to say the least, using his death to push their propaganda. No shame, just political agenda. Uh, and like I said, he was a breakthrough COVID case. He was battling cancer and Parkinson's disease. He was 84 years old. If anything, that points out the need for others to be vaccinated so they don't infect someone with a compromised immune system. You would think that's common sense, but with Fox News and OANN or whatever the hell they are, and Newsmax, they don't care. They push whatever agenda the right wants, and that happens to be raising hell about vaccines, which have been a big part of the nation, like scar I've got on this arm from smallpox. Why are they doing this? It makes no sense. It's just shameful that they all, oh, let me stop right here. I was thinking about what Ted Cruz is doing, which he didn't even read the article about vaccine mandates, or he missed it or whatever, but it backed up getting vaccinated. The dumbass. Cancun Ted, though, you know how he is. Hello, Brother John. All right. Okay, I knew I wouldn't get a big crowd this time of the day, but YouTube seems to work better for everybody at this time in the afternoon, opposed to doing it earlier. People are doing other things, and it's a big, wide country we got. There's a lot of time zones here, but I'm back. I will be here. This show is free, and I will keep doing it. I also will keep doing what I have done in the past. Our voices will be heard. I find another voice that's out there, which, by the way, all of them are good friends of mine, and I will be posting theirs to the groups that I'm a part of, either administrator or moderator. I will be forwarding their voices also. I'm not the only voice out here. I'm just a little guy here in Kirksville, Missouri, a blue dot in a red ass state. All right, that's about all I've got. Peace, resist, persist, and I insist that we keep pushing to get Biden's agenda done. We need to get as much of that done now, because anything set aside, uh, like Manchin and Cinema are talking about, climate change, and oh, you can't mess with drug prices, and from Manchin. Just keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, these people are getting money from those lobbyists. That's why they're objecting to common sense. I mean, what are we, a third world country? We can't negotiate for Medicare drug prices to come down? No, not as long as we've got people being paid by the lobby of big pharma and fossil fuel for the other holdout. Both of them, I've heard, are against climate change. Why? Fossil fuel is putting money in their pockets. And that's about all I got, ladies and gentlemen, for today. I'll be dropping into the meeting later on this evening. I've got a few things that I just wanted to say. I feel better over the last week. Uh, I'm learning to stand tall, and maybe that's been part of my problem with arthritis and all the other things I have wrong with me. I'm stretching when I get up. I am now going down steps without holding on to a handrail. So something's happening with me, baby, and it's positive. So we're gonna see about well, for one thing, game three in the NLCS is already started. Grace and I are going to have dinner while we watch that. And also, we've got a darker curtain in the living room, and I'm going to see if I can use the step stool, get up there and get that down. We've got another curtain that we can take out of the bedroom. Doesn't work well for Grace. We have some guy that goes to work at 5:30 in the morning. He cranks up his truck, turns on the headlights, and it's waking Grace up. So with the darker curtain, we can shield that brightness from coming in the bedroom, and the other curtain will let a little more heat in for the coming winter in the living room, and it's a little more sheer, so uh, she won't have to deal with it back there with light blinding her at 5:30 in the morning. And that the way my day is going, I'm hoping that all of you have had a wonderful day. And we'll see you later on. If I'm not in, well, I usually drop into the chat for a little while. Basically, I will promise I will be sharing that as I always do to my groups. Have a good evening. Go down, like, share if you're new out there. Oh, I got a thumbs down. We're at 253 subscribers. So it is growing. So here, like I always say, here we grow again. And I'm doing it right because I got a thumbs down. Okay, I'm going to ask that if you can, please share this shit. I'll see you later on. Bye bye for now. Share this shit, please.